Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Really excited for today's video. The beer's courtesy of Nerdsense. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys check them out. I will link to them in the description box below. Awesome dudes, awesome channel. So, I didn't know these beers existed, so like, I'm like so excited times like 4 probably. I'm excited because I didn't know about them. I'm excited because it's a collaboration with Trillium and Dogfish Head, which is awesome. And I am also really excited because it's like the IPA version and the double IPA version, and to make it the fourth thing I'm timesing it by. I'm off today, so I can do them side by side, and I don't feel bad about that. So, all right, so it's, again, Trillium and Dogfish Head. So this one is Tru-Action, continually double dry hopped, India Pale Ale, 6.5% ABV. And it's got the football players on it, so I'm wondering, there's no way that they Dogfish Head brought up like that old school, it's like the old football vibrating table thing that the players were on. But I'm wondering if that's why they have the football players on there. I don't know. And then this one is Tru-er Action Double IPA. So it's continually dry hopped double IPA. And this one comes in at 8% ABV. These are, I should even look at the dates. So these are 2 months old at time of review. I think this is where I say something like, you know, given that they're Trillium beers, they're probably finally ready to drink. As they seem to release their IPAs before they are ready. Before there's usually still a little green. The lore goes because they know some of their stuff's going to get traded, and they like to release it early so people can ship it, and then it'll be ready when it gets there. I don't know. That's what I've heard. I don't know if you picked up on it, but it's just a mirror image of what's on here. Anyway, so probably more my pouring than anything else, but not as much head on the single IPA. A little thinner of a head too. Not thinner. There's just less of it. That's not the right word. A little less. Not viscosity of the bubbles. Maybe that is the right word. There's just like a little bit less of it. But anyway. Similar colors in terms of the bubbles. This one's got a little bit more orange in it. I hope the way the lighting and the camera is you're seeing it similar to how I'm seeing it. This one's a little bit more like grapefruit juice. This one's like grapefruit juice with some orange juice mixed in. So they are very similar in color, which I guess is to be expected, but then like a little different, which is what they are. I don't know. I just really want to try them, but I'm trying to not rush it. So let's get into the aroma. Well, speaking of orange, I get a lot of orange, some peach, a little bit of a garlicky green onion thing specifically. So there's some other citrus there, a little bit of grapefruit. A little generic tropical as well. Try to cleanse my nose palate, or whatever the right way of saying that is. The biggest difference is I do get a little bit of ethanol in this. But it is similar. Like I get some of this like orange, green onion, not quite as garlicky as that one. This one I get a little bit like bread, which I didn't get in that one either. There is peach, a little bit of mango, maybe specifically. This one I just said like a little bit of generic tropical. This one a little bit of mango specific. Decent amount of orange in both. There are similarities, and I'll say enough similarities I can see the thread that these two beers have, and then enough differences where it's not the same beer, but it's not like this is a weaker version of this or stronger than this kind of a thing. similar and different. I don't know. That's why I like doing things like this. Let's get to taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Nerdsense, and seriously, make sure you guys check them out. So the taste, there's the doughiness in the aftertastes. So like I only got bread when I smelled this one. I do get some doughy maltiness. Get rid of the garlic, but there is some of that green onion thing. The orange, it's like orange from concentrate. Like you got the frozen one and then you mix the water all together. If you've ever, like, I know we did that a lot when I was a kid. Like you added too much water to it, trying to maybe to make it sound like we did sometimes when I was a kid. You know, thin it out a little bit, make it last a little longer. Kind of has that orange taste to it, which I know is not very flattering. Lemon and lime, which I didn't quite get in the aroma. A little bit of that peach thing. Unripened mango, like citric acid, like Minute Maid lemonade. Yeah, that kind. Yeah, for sure, that's there. Drinks like an IPA, which I appreciate. It does have some body to it, but it's not huge. I could drink it pretty fast. There's some astringency, but it's not too bad. Good level of bitterness, all that. I'm happy with it. Let's see about the double IPA. Cheers again to Nerdsense, and make sure again you guys check them out. Description box below for their information. Right off the bat, the two biggest differences I noticed going from one to the other, and this is not surprising. The double has a little bit more sweetness and has a better body, which is like I prefer the ABV of an IPA and the body and typically a little more sweetness of the double IPAs. So I do kind of gravitate towards double IPAs. From a taste and experience point of view. So this is a little bit more up my alley. Like the aromas, this has common threads to this and then some differences. So again, just like the aroma, you can kind of tell it's like they're like different versions of the same beer or in the same family, like however you want to word it. But it's not just that you took the IPA and somehow like, hey, here's the double IPA. It's exactly the same thing, just double or whatever, which I know that's not how that works. Orange, some of that mango, that peach, less bitterness, but there is still some there. The orange is more robust. It's not that watery orange I was talking about in the regular IPA. No garlic. Way less of that green onion, but still a little bit there, which is kind of nice. It's like an IPA thing. It's not just a juice thing. There's like some IPA notes. Less astringency, less bitterness. Nectarine, like sweet nectarine juice, which I did not get in this. Should have brought water down. That was a mistake. Yeah, going back, I'm not getting that. Oh, I say that. No, it still is more peachy, like unripened peach. It doesn't quite go into also nectarine for me. Just going back, having had several sips of the double, the single, again, definitely more bitter, definitely thinner, a little bit. Again, I hate to say watery because that makes it sound like the beer itself is watery, but excuse me, as it's supposed to be. It's a little thinner, and the orange juice thing is watery though. I will cuvee them. Don't worry. I'm trying to think like the biggest takeaway for me. I prefer the double, although I'm fine with this. Because as someone who's like does this, I try to like learn, and sometimes on camera, sometimes off camera. I try to learn stuff, to be able to do this better, articulate myself better, all that kind of thing. What a good experience! And I mean, I'm assuming based on the name and the collaborations and everything that it has similar hop profile, hops used and all that stuff. I mean, but again, if they don't, or if it's a little different, you can kind of tell it's not the exact same beer, just like a bigger version of it anyway, or a smaller version of it. This is probably stuff I should just be thinking about off camera. Let's see how the cuvee is. It's so interesting. Like, I get those fruits, but man, even when I cuvee them, it's this garlic, green onion, and what's interesting, and maybe I would get it separate, but it's like a little bit piney, minty, which I did not get individually, but definitely getting now. Let's see about the taste. Cheers, and for a third time, make sure you check out Nerdsense. A little bit of a berry thing I didn't catch before. This drink's more like the double, and there might be a little bit more in the double glass than the regular IPA glass. Drinks more like the double. But then, I'm really noticing that astringency. That was only kind of getting the IPA, so it's kind of like it's taking me away from it. Yeah, really, I gravitate more towards this one by a lot, actually. Like, this one's fine. It's not horrible or anything. This is what I'm gravitating towards. I don't think they did a review of this on their channel. I'll have to check. Maybe I've been if they did, maybe I watched it, I just didn't realize it. But I don't think I knew that these guys got together and did these collaborations. Anyway, have you had either of these beers? Have you had both of these beers? Have you had a nice collaboration beer lately? Anything else you want to comment on? Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's no hype beer reviews of both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, cuvee. Cheers, everyone.